What ifs? Humanity has been enthralled by questions like this ever since the beginning of time. Like, what if I smack two rocks together? Boom! Fire. Dragon Ball is no stranger to this, especially in video games. Hell, a whole genre of videos has spawned on YouTube because of it. I've always loved when Dragon Ball gives us official what if stories, especially now with Sparking Zero coming out. But sometimes they can get really weird.
Like you can talk, Mr. Betrayed and Trapped.
Yeah, I get it. From things like Mr. Satan being the strongest in the universe to Goku teaching Krillin the Spirit Bomb so he can defeat Cell, no stone is left unturned. So let's take a look at some of the weirdest. Here's a game you've probably never heard of. Back in 2009, Dragon Ball Kai Ultimate Butoden was released, and locked away in Japan forever, so we never really got a chance to play it. A real shame because it's a great game. It has a ton of alternate stories, and one of the weirdest ones focuses on Krillin. Oh no! That's right, Krillin. You know the guy who everyone jokes about dying all the time? Guess who gets the go-to treatment in this game? Yeah, Ultimate Butoden decided to give him what he really deserves. We pick up on Namek, right after Goku Spirit Bombed the hell out of Frieza. Finally, it seems like the universe is safe from evil, for about 2 seconds before Frieza pops up again and blows up Goku, probably what he should have done in the actual anime. And just like that, our hero is dead. This snaps something within Krillin. He feels it slipping, he won't have this anymore. Krillin's hat goes flying off, transforming into a superhuman, which just means he grows hair. See that Dragon Ball Super Krillin? If you just let it grow out again, you'd be Ultra Instinct level 2. Frieza is terrified. An angry Short King is a lot scarier than a Super Saiyan.
What are you?
You haven't figured it out yet. I'm the human who came all the way from Earth with the sole purpose of beating you. I am the superhuman, Krillin!
Krillin blasts Frieza off with a Destructo Disc Barrage, killing the Emperor once and for all. And so he's stolen the spot of main character, while Goku stays dead. But when the Cell games begin, Goku uses his one day on Earth to fight the perfect android. But he quickly gives up. There's someone out there stronger than himself who can definitely take out the android. Krillin. Even the poor guy doesn't believe in himself, but Goku does. And isn't Goku believing in us all we all really need? As well as a little reminder that he is fighting for Android 18 too. Krillin goes superhuman again, cutting Cell into bits because the Destructo Disc Barrage nullifies regeneration, I guess. And the Cell games are over, with Krillin only getting his arm broken. Goku's time on Earth is up, but he does Krillin one last solid by giving him some Riz assist. See that guy there? He just cut you out of Cell himself. Give him your number. Bye. The fate of the world now rests on Krillin's shoulders, but thankfully a few years of peace pass. 18 and Krillin fall in love, they have a kid, and Majin Buu attacks. Oh, right, that might be an issue. Krillin and 18 do their best to fight Buu at the realm of the Kais. It's so insane how far this form has taken him. I only wonder how we got to this point. Did Krillin fuse with Vegeta in this? Did Marin get ultimate? Even 18 has to admit.
Only you can do this. Good luck, Krillin. You are number 1.
Krillin needs time to gather his energy for his ultimate move, so 18 takes his spot, and they promise each other not to die. The plan works, and with his power gathered, Krillin unleashes his brand new move. Just kidding, it's the Destructo Disc Barrage again. That's how Krillin became the strongest human. The following day, Krillin wakes up at Kame House alongside the 4-star ball. But it's not the last time we'll see Krillin as the star of a weird what if.
As far as I'm concerned, this is what Krillin truly deserves. But seriously, it's great to see Goku believe so much in his best friend, and being a wingman. Replacing these famous moments with Krillin is so goofy, especially when his power-up is really just his Buu Saga haircut. Getting strong enough to defeat Kid Buu without any help from Goku through the years? Insane. Honestly, I'm a big fan. I hope one day we get Dragon Ball Krillin Super, where he needs to gather the other human Z-Fighters to unlock Superhuman God, and eventually, Superhuman God Superhuman. That was just one of the many insane Dragon Ball what-ifs. Ultimate Butoden alone has plenty more. But first, let's take a look at a different game. Supersonic Warriors for the Game Boy.
Gotenks' what-if story begins in the time chamber. During the fight against Super Buu, Piccolo thinks everything is lost, so he takes drastic measures, destroying the chamber door, and thus, many betrayed and trapped stories began. But just like the original, Buu screams at the thought of no chocolate and escapes through a portal. Gotenks tries to do the same, but his screams must be even more powerful than Super Buu's because he breaks through time and space. Also, Gotenks leaves behind Piccolo, I guess. The fusion appears on planet Namek, in the middle of the fight between Goku and Frieza. Gotenks doesn't know who they are nor where he is. As you'd imagine, putting Gotenks and Frieza in the same place is bound to cause chaos, and Gotenks ends up accidentally saving the universe by beating down Frieza. The Fusion still doesn't know what's going on, but if he created a portal to get here, maybe he can do the same to get back home. But this time, the Vortex takes him somewhere else again, to the Cell Games arena the day before they're supposed to begin. Cell tells him to come back tomorrow, but Cell is a villain who Gotenks actually recognizes, and easily kills him too. That's when Gotenks realizes that it's been over 30 minutes, so maybe he's stuck like that forever, something he's completely fine with. Once again, Gotenks goes through a portal, this time appearing in a desolate world where cities are burning. Gotenks thinks that Boo did this while he was gone, but he can't sense his energy. Instead, he finds Android 18, thinking she can help him. But this isn't his friend, it's future Android 18, who's eager to kill another Saiyan. Gotenks then realizes that he must be in an alternate future, forced to fight his friend. But clearly this Gotenks is bloodlusted because he just keeps killing all these villains easily. Future Trunks is in shock after spending all these years in hell, watching friends die, finding his master executed. A random kid with no eyebrows from a different timeline just shows up and beats the androids. Trunks swears he's seen Gotenks before, and with an awkward laugh, Gotenks just explains what happened. As a thank you for defeating the androids, Trunks gives Goten the time machine, leaving himself with no escape once Goku Black appears. The way Gotenks is pitted up against all these enemies from the past, commenting on how crazy the power creep has become, is hilarious. Characters who are usually menacing get completely blindsided by one of the silliest Dragon Ball characters. It's just great, and so it seems like Gotenks finally returned to his world. But for some reason, Boo doesn't recognize him. Not like it matters anyways, because Gotenks obliterates him, when suddenly another Gotenks shows up. As it turns out, he went way too far back in time, and now this timeline's Gotenks is upset that he stole his kill. The two fight, but right before our Gotenks can win, another portal opens up and sucks him right back out. At long last, he is actually in the right point in time, in front of Boo. And look, Piccolo escaped the chamber somehow. Good for him. Gotenks rids the universe from Boo and defuses. Sadly, they were not stuck like that, and the story ends with the kids once again being the finalist for the next World Tournament. I love this story. It makes something like running the gauntlet of the Dragon Ball villains in order and turns it on its head, by making Gotenks interact with all these old villains he's never met. I only wish it had been in a more robust game than Supersonic Warriors, so it could have been really expanded upon. Either way, I love this story so much that I made it into a quote-unquote dramatic adaptation, so if you'd like to check it out after this video, it'll be linked below. The next what if comes from Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission, and Heroes already does ridiculous things as is, but this one took me out when I was playing the game. The Dragon Ball heroes have been investigating anomalies in time and space. Strange changes keep happening, and one of them shows up, Mr. Satan, who claims to be from Universe 6.
Wait, did you just say Universe 6?
Yeah, but it gets even weirder. He challenges the Universe 7 team to a tournament, just like in the Dragon Ball Super anime. The heroes defeat Champa's team, Frost, Kaba, the whole 9 yards. Universe 6's team also includes people like Paragus, Bojack, and Bio Broly. They don't really play an important role here, they're just kinda there. All except for one final contestant. The one, the only, the champion himself, Mr. Satan. Goku and Vegeta think this is gonna be a wash when Champa drops a bombshell. Mr. Satan better not disappoint him. After all, he is going to be the next god of destruction. Yeah, in this reality, not only is Mr. Satan from Universe 6, not only is he one of the strongest characters in that universe, but he's also about to become the next god of destruction. Huh? Everyone is in shock, and he's extremely powerful. So much so that even after they beat him, Vegeta stays mad at how Mr. Satan caused him so much trouble. Goku actually ends up with more respect for him, with Champa saying that if he had won, he would have given him the role of destroyer right then and there. But clearly, he's not ready. Still, Mr. Satan is excited to improve. As a big Mr. Satan fan, this is just incredible. Seeing all his boasting actually be backed up by extreme power is great, and he is a more difficult fight. I hope this version of him really did become God of Destruction. Speaking of characters who deserve more love, let's talk about Yamcha. Yeah, make all the weakling jokes you want. Yamcha is a lovable goof. Sure, he doesn't get as much to do nowadays, but that's why he's perfect for what-ifs. And this Raging Blast what-if in particular is something that Yamcha would have written himself. Prior to the Android's attack, Yamcha confronts Vegeta about how close he's been getting with Bulma, but Vegeta refuses to humor him. So Yamcha decides that the only logical thing for him to do is to fight Vegeta for Bulma's love. If he wins, he has to leave her alone. Vegeta doesn't see Yamcha as a threat, but clearly Yamcha's love is a 500 times multiplier because he beats the Prince of all Saiyans. Saiyans. Bulma is all his now, but one more warrior appears. Future Trunks. This is before anyone finds out Trunks is Bulma's kid, so Yamcha just assumes that Trunks likes Bulma too.
Hey, you don't have a crush on Bulma too, do you?
No, that's not it at all.
Then you should go back to the future and be happy for Bulma and me.
Trunks says that that's not true, but if Yamcha and Bulma start a family, he'll never be born. He has no option but to fight him. Bulma is all about this, saying that she must be such a hottie to have so many men fighting over her. Pretty weird knowing that Trunks is her son, but that's dramatic irony, I guess. Once again, Yamcha beats Trunks. The Saiyan is worried he'll start disappearing back to the future style, but he doesn't. Sure, it could be the fact that Dragon Ball timelines just don't work like that, but in this case, it's because as soon as he wins, it all gets to Yamcha's head.
I'm not only handsome, but I'm the strongest in the universe too. The girls won't be able to keep their hands off me.
All of Trunks' worries go out the window. Bulma did always say that Yamcha was a playboy, so at the very least he got this small victory. And that's basically Dragon Ball if it was written by Yamcha. But hey, Yamcha does deserve more wins, even if it is in video games. My introduction to what ifs in Dragon Ball was probably way back in Budokai 1, back when Dragon Ball games were few and far between, especially in the US. This game's what ifs were centered around taking the role of the three main villains, Vegeta, Frieza, and Cell. Let's start with the latter, because it's just my favorite one. We first play as Cell seeks out the androids, absorbing 17, taking down 16, but it's when he's staring perfection in the face when things start to get weird. Yamcha and Tien are watching behind some rocks as Cell gets closer to 18, but as soon as he launches his stinger, Krillin pushes her out of the way. Cell just freaks out, screaming in terror and transforming into a much smaller, much weaker, and much more orange version of himself. He's really just a Cell Jr. recolor, but I love this design. Something about the kami symbol spreading over his wings is just chef's kiss.
I'm not gonna let some punk like you walk all over me!
My boy Krillin taking strays as Cell's gotten so weak that Yamcha thinks he's enough to take him down. This is the only chance in any Dragon Ball game where we get to play as this version of Cell. And despite his weaknesses, he actually manages to defeat Yamcha. But before he can kill him, he gets one-shotted by a Neo Tri-Beam from the sky, when suddenly, Cell wakes up.
I guess 10 days is just too long to wait for the tournament.
Damn, looks like Tien really traumatized Cell after so many Tri-Beams. Cell's been all jittery while waiting for the Cell games. It's really rare for What Ifs to give us brand new characters or at least new versions of them, so I really appreciate this one. I wish he would appear again, or at least give me a Cell Jr. recolor of him for Sparking Zero. Let me get revenge on Tien. Let's go back to the other villains. In Vegeta, the Saiyan Prince, we take the role of Vegeta cackling as each one of the Z fighters are defeated. But it's when Goku arrives when things start to change. For some reason, Vegeta is really hurt by Nappa's death, even though he was the one that killed him.
Nappa was a loyal servant and a true warrior. You will suffer for what you've done.
Are you crazy? He would have been alright. You're the one who blew him up!
From here, we run the gauntlet of the Z fighters. Goku, Krillin, Gohan, all killed. Vegeta is ready to just leave and destroy Earth, but Yajirobe tries to sneak up on him. Clearly, this Vegeta is much different from the one we know, because he offers Yajirobe a chance to join him.
That's what I like about you. Hey, come on, join me.
The samurai refuses after seeing what he did to Nappa, and again, this seems to be a sore spot for the prince.
The warrior's dead. It was what he deserved. He was a Saiyan!
This is one of the funniest and craziest endings to a What If. Me and my friends always reference the "he was a Saiyan" scream all the time. It's just so ridiculous knowing how Vegeta is normally. But, whew, Super Saiyan Vegeta in his full Saiyan armor? That's a thing of beauty. Then there's the true ruler. Just like the last one, Frieza runs the gauntlet of the Z fighters, killing even Super Saiyan Goku with nothing but a lost tooth. Frieza rushes to Porunga and, although he doesn't speak Namekian, wishes for eternal life. And so Frieza destroys planet Namek, declaring that Earth is his next target. I love it when Dragon Ball games let you take the role of the villain. We don't often get to see them win. The Vegeta and Frieza ones are pretty simple, but the animation, even for the dated early PS2, is really nice. And honestly, even more expressive than some of the stuff we get later on. But I think out of all the Dragon Ball games out there, the Tenkaichi series has probably some of the most memorable what-ifs. I could talk about the classic ones like Faithful Brothers, a story where Raditz loses his memories and becomes friends with everyone.
but it's probably the most well-known Dragon Ball what if out there. I've also adapted that one into a dramatic story, so maybe I'll talk about it in a possible part 2 of this. Let me know if you want to see another video just like this. Either way, the Tenkaichi what if I want to talk about today is Unexpected Help from Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Mecha Frieza and King Cold arrive on Earth in the middle of the night, terrorizing civilians, stacking up bodies, laughing while they wait for Goku. But that's when a being from hell appears. None other than Devilman, a villain from the Red Ribbon arc of the original Dragon Ball. He fought and was defeated by Goku. He's fairly well known for his Devil Might Beam, a strange power that swells up the evil within someone's heart to kill its enemy. Goku has been the only recorded person to survive this thanks to his pure heart. So does Frieza stand a chance?
Who are you?
Yes, before that Super Saiyan returns to Earth, I'll have a pile of bodies to welcome him.
Wait a minute. Super Saiyan? Oh.
So, know this Goku?
Yeah.
Has the fear damaged your brain or something?
Devilman is such a fun and weird character to have in a game at all, and he only appears in this one fight. He doesn't even have a story mission or anything. So Devilman comes in to save the day. Frieza orders his soldiers to fight, but each one falls as he exploits their evil. That's when Frieza himself steps in, only to be killed in a single shot of the Devil Might Beam.
There will be time for sleep in the next world.
Then King Cold tries to avenge his precious boy, but the same result. That's what I love about these what-ifs. This one is well aware of how broken of an attack this fairly minor villain in old Dragon Ball has. And not only does it acknowledge that, but it uses it to make him an epic hero. The developers of this game clearly knew Dragon Ball. It's even a bit meta. Fun fact, if you use the Devil Might Beam against characters like Base Goku and Goten, they take no damage in this game, thanks to their pure heart. Not Gohan though. Who knows what's going on behind that adorable face.
For the last one we'll talk about today, let's go back to Ultimate Butoden, my favorite game when it comes to what-ifs. But fair warning, this one is kinda weird, full of fan service.
Taking place after the Buu arc, this story is about the love found between two sets of Z fighters, Krillin and Gohan. They have found love in 18 and Videl, but the closer we get to someone, the more we push each other away. That's the Hedgehog's dilemma for you, a strange distance. 18 and Krillin live at Kame House together, when one day Krillin found an outfit while cleaning. At his request, 18 wears it for him, and it may look a little familiar. It's Launch's outfit. 18 cannot believe that he likes something so revealing, but Krillin insists it's not about it being revealing, it's more nostalgic to him. He was just reminiscing about Launch. Her and 18 look kinda similar, but saying that was a huge mistake.
Oh, so basically you enjoy making me dress up like another woman.
18 is really disappointed at how vulgar Krillin is, and she will make him pay. If not with money, then with a fight. And it's obvious who the winner is, as soon as a Kiensan from 18 cuts all of Krillin's hair off. And once again bald, Krillin falls to his knees, begging for forgiveness. Krillin actually ends up admitting that he's the worst. He just found that at Kame House and he thought 18 would look really good in it. And he can't help but admit that he loves it. His heart is pounding for her. And in response, 18 just kicks Krillin while he's down, telling him that if he wants her to wear something, he'd better buy it specifically for her. So maybe Krillin did learn a thing or two from Master Roshi, beyond just martial arts. The second half of the story is a lot sweeter. It focuses on Gohan and Videl. Gohan has also brought a new outfit for his girlfriend, and although it is ridiculous, it's at least for the right reasons. Also, Videl is just wearing Bulma's Wild Rider outfit for no reason. I guess they just wanted it in the game, and honestly, it's pretty sick. Videl doesn't want to wear this dumb outfit, but Gohan promises that it'll be really cool. It's time for the Great Saiyaman to have his own heroine, and so, reluctantly, Videl agrees, having a whole magical girl transformation to show it off. She still isn't impressed, and her poses need work. Gohan challenges her to a warm-up battle, and by the end of it, Videl is actually really into it, declaring that as long as there's evil in this world, their righteous anger burns like fire. They are the Great Saiyaman 1 and the Great Saiyaman 2. Gohan thinks it really suits her, and why wouldn't it? She is the daughter of the great Mr. Satan after all. And that concludes the romance arc. It's really cool to have a parallel story. The two couples love each other. It's just how they go about giving gifts that's the difference.
Like I said, this game is weird. In fact, let me show you the secret ending. Picture this, Goku and Vegeta just finished defeating Kid Buu, but they're not out of the woods yet.
I especially like the random render of Budokai Tenkaichi 2 Turles, just kinda floating there.
And that's the bizarre world of alternate Dragon Ball stories, inspiring people like me and many others every day. But there are so many more what-ifs, ranging from the coolest thing you've ever seen to just batshit insane. So if you'd like me to cover more and make a different video like this, let me know. Did you also know there's a bunch of strange and lost Dragon Ball arcs exclusive to stage shows? There's even one where Frieza and Cell get brand new forms. Learn more about it on my video here.